Hi all, right back with more Europa Universalis. This ambitious Margrave solo scenario. This will be my part 53. So I've got my phone all charged up, got my question answered back, had the dogs taken out for a walk. So unfortunately I'm not quite sitting down just yet, so I'll probably not get this full part done at the moment, but that'll just join on wherever I'll leave it. So to answer my question from the designer, I think it was the designer, on the Discord, was that Austria just take over these and Denmark's towns go back to the town track. I did do it as I thought, but I do feel like I'm asking these questions and do feel like some of them they're a bit simple questions, they're maybe a bit daft, they're there, the answers are there, you don't really need to ask them, but I don't know. I've still got caught out with plenty of things, so it's not that I'm understanding everything properly, so there's no harm. I don't think there's any harm in asking. I want to play it properly, so and I think some of the questions are legit. I think some of them aren't crystal clear in the rules. So, but anyway, it got me thinking about this though also when I was away, thinking that if Denmark does not now have towns in unrest, then going back to this event, they're not going to be rolling for any rebel dice. I think I'm going to have to hunt that event card back out here. What's that one there? Revolts in the Low Countries, yeah. This was the event. And of course we've done all this spread of, well, hopefully nothing's going to interfere with that as well, but I don't think so. We just put the diverse face markers, and like Martin picked up on, we put one in Aquitaine, and originally we put the other one in Bavaria, but it should have been in Austria. We'll fix that. And then we've got the rebel dice, and then of course this kills off my leader just kills off my ruler, which I've got them removed just now as well. And this is a rebel dice roll, which we've done. It was only Denmark that had unrest. So the thing now is going to... Oh, hold on. Yeah, you got to remember that when Denmark... Yeah, because they're the ones that are picking this event. They would only roll one rebel dice anyway, Grant, wouldn't they? Is that not right? I'm just going to weigh that event on top of the pile there. Is that not right? They only roll one. Is it not? In fact, the player playing the card only rolls one. Yeah, it says that in the text, doesn't it? So hang on. Unrest Rebellion as above, resolved as normal. But if we go to normal, page 41 I want to say, spot on Grant. Yeah, Unrest Rebellion, all players must roll a rebel dice for each of their towns in unrest, towns vassals in unrest. Following the procedure described in page 37, you roll a maximum of one rebel die. So, yeah, Denmark would only have been rolling one die anyway because they had picked the event. So here was me saying that at that time in the two. But now they're not going to be rolling any. So they're not going to be losing any bot power. Now, nobody else rolled the rebel dice. So I'm pretty sure it was only Denmark that had unrest. We've got this here. I may well go back and double check that wherever it is in the video. Right, can we get to that stage then where the good thing about their towns not being there anymore is they're now not going to defend, I don't think. No, they won't be. They've nothing to defend. Okay, let's push on then. So, well, that was Austria's turn, wasn't it? And I was just waiting on confirmation about that. So it is Denmark's turn now. So yeah, well, let's just find out. So, do they have bot power? They have one bot power left. Nah. Right, sorry. So, Denmark, yes, one bot power. Yeah, so we've got one left. And and we did replace the one that we had spent for this whole event. I'm glad I did now because it looks like they're maybe not going to be using it anyway. So, are they under attack by enemies or rebels? Well, no. Not anymore. They've lost the two towns that they had. I assume these two occupied markers are still under here. I would, I would think so because Denmark took them that way by siege. Austria's now taken them back taking them off Denmark by siege. So, again, thing is, when you go into the war, it's I'm not quite sure we resolve that status there, because it's Denmark that's at war with. Hold on then. Yeah, if we went into a peace there, would Austria actually occupy the towns? Because that would have meant they would have been at war. Or you kind of feel like Austria would liberate the towns rather than. Yeah, in fact, hold on. Well, that's what the designer answered to me. Well, hold on though. Is it not? Does that not happen? The liberate bit, does that not happen in the peace resolution? Well, you know what? We'll come to that. I'm just starting to wonder if just everyone should have been removed from there, and Austria shouldn't have the towns there. But he did. Well, hang on. What did he? Maybe he's not meant leave these Austrian towns on. Right, I've just went back to look, and yeah, he doesn't mention leaving Austrian towns there. But I said thanks to him, and he's came back and gave me a reference to the rules, which is nice. Page 28, 9.8, sieges and occupation. Right, hang on. He's pointing me specifically to the bit. 9.8, step 5, fourth bullet. Step 5, fourth bullet. There's step 5. Right. Now I've been through this, so I should have had a look at this. That is when you start looking a bit daft, Grant. Step 5, fourth bullet, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but I think what's going to happen here when I read this, the towns aren't going to be there. They're just going to be liberated, I think. An enemy occupied province. Right, hang on. This is when you're sieging. So when you're sieging an enemy occupied province, which is what that was, because Denmark's an enemy and they're occupying it, whose lawful owner is neutral or friendly. Well, the lawful owner is neutral to us. Simply return the occupiers' towns to their town track. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, but I mean, he didn't in his initial reply imply that Austria put their towns there. He just says that Austria's siege would remove the Danish towns. So I've actually not read that carefully myself. Yeah, his wording was Austria's sieges would just remove the Danish towns. So he hasn't said that these towns go there. I mean, I guess just because I read it as Austria's sieges, thinking that they are, but that's not the case, because then that also, this looks strange, the fact that these are at war and Austria have these towns, so that is not. They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here because they're now not occupied. They're basically being liberated, really, haven't they? It's like now this war token is still here. It wouldn't initially get removed, so we'll need to look at what that might do. I'll put these towns back in Austria's town track. Now, does that change how Denmark wants to look at the next turn? I don't think so. Okay. And that bit, when you read that, it makes it quite clear. An enemy-occupied province whose lawful owner is neutral or friendly simply return the occupiers' towns to their town track. Right, so, okay, moving now back again to Denmark's turn. They've got one bottle power, so, yeah. Are they under attack by enemies or rebels? No. They're not. No, they're still at war, but they're not under attack by enemies or rebels. Is their army on the map and can siege? Their army is not on the map. No colonists. Is their spent bot power greater than what they've got left? Yes. Are they at war and have 4 boat power left? Well, they are at war, but they do not have 4 boat power left. Has picked event. No! So it's gonna. Yay! So go to event. Right. Right, so I don't need to go through the steps of the event. I'm just going to bring the card out. And of course, this has been done before. However, the dice roll from Denmark's point of view now is going to be... They're not going to roll anything. They've nothing in unrest. The only unrest out there is that Austrian town here. We've nothing in unrest, and Denmark have nothing in unrest. So the die roll that they had to lose a bolt power does not apply. We gave them the bolt power back, so that's still sitting right. This got resolved by the diverse faiths, like I've spoke about. None of this, sorry, I'm saying none of this applied. This first bit did, because it placed a diverse faith token in Netherlands and Flanders and Wallonia. So that's these 2 up there. Sorry, these 2 up here. So we've done all that. And then we couldn't carry out any more of this, I don't think. Add unrest. And we looked up the card. And I don't think it said anything about the card, did it? From the bot suggestion. Right, I'm going to have a quick look at the bot suggestion again. And then I'm just going to double check back to when we done this rebel die roll to make sure that Austria did roll a die and suffered some consequence, because they've got 1 town in unrest. Which I kind of maybe forgot about when we've been going through this. But I haven't adjusted their bot power accordingly for that, so hopefully that's not had an effect. There's just one town in unrest, and it's Austrian. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, okay, so I went back and had a look at the running of the event. And yeah, the bot suggestion is a rather odd one. It says that if the bot would get unrest, we would re-roll to see what event was taken. And my assumption to that was that this is a bit that said add unrest to all towns on Dutch core provinces unless the owner's capital is located within one of the areas above. So if the bot was going to be affected by unrest here, it wouldn't take this one. Which is kind of clear. If it was messing with unrest on somebody else, like myself or Austria, it'd be fine. It'd obviously be all for that. So, but that wasn't having an effect on that, so we just carried on running the event. We done this dealt with so all we did was put diverse faith tokens on, like I said, Netherlands and Flanders and Wallonia. Then this didn't apply. This is power struggles or something which we're not using. This then put the diverse faith in Aquitaine and, well, eventually Austria. The rebel dice roll. We rolled 1 for Denmark, which is a bot power removal, which we've given the bot power back just now, and just as well because they are not going to rest, so they would not have rolled the dice. We rolled 1 for Austria. They got a manpower loss, which is a bot power lost as well. I haven't given that back, so that stays as it is. And then finally, now our leader does indeed perish or go or dies. So I want to have a quick look at just if I need to replace him now, if there's a more beneficial thing for me to replacing him now than what is doing it when I want. Because it could depend on the events, because we do have our own event out there, although the ruler's rubbish, like I've said. So I'll maybe have a look at this. Yeah, and then that would be Denmark's turnover. Well, the event then carries on. Does it have 10 bot power left? Because it could do the large town thing, but it doesn't have that. So that's Denmark's turnover, and now we're back on track. So good. So I want to see about replacing my ruler, because that is now us not without a ruler. Sorry. And I know you can hire one for free. But I suppose my thinking was, the thing is with this one, it's not got a military power. It's got a wee dash, a wee minus there, and that's because she cannot become a general. That wasn't the done thing back in the day. So which makes me think that, okay, I can't use, that's a point actually. Well, that's just tough. So I think even, I suppose what I'm trying to say here, let's say I wanted to put this guy as my ruler, right? He's in my hand as well. So I could do this, and I don't think it costs me this military power. But if I don't do it right now, when I'm getting the chance to, I think I can still appoint him as my ruler, but I'm then starting to think, do I then have to pay the... I wouldn't have thought so, but let's see if I can find something. So here's page 20, ruler death, interregnum. When your ruler dies is discarded, you should try to replace them right away. So it says you should try to replace them right away. I mean, I dare say, it's just I want to keep my options open if it's possible. Why rush and put that Marguerite in play when I maybe realise that I could do with other guys so that he can become a general as well, maybe. And I realise that maybe I need that. Or I realise that, look, let's just take this guy as a leader because I want to run this event anyway. Because if I run that event, he's got to be appointed as my ruler. And now, I don't think the event's that great, so I'm not so sure that's what I want to do, but I just want to keep options open if it's allowed. If the discarded ruler was the Emperor of the HRE, it's not important. You may immediately replace the discarded ruler by taking the point, advisor, leader, minor action as a reaction if you have an action card with a leader. So that's where I'm at, thinking about that. If you cannot or choose not to do this, your realm enters an interregnum. A Regency Council with a skill of 1 in each monarch power field will rule it until it is replaced. That doesn't scare me, having 1, 1, and 1. I mean, not until we get to the end of the round, but before the end of the round, I'm going to appoint myself a ruler for sure. During interregnum, right, it says you may appoint a new ruler by taking the appoint, advisor, leader, minor actions. Okay. During interregnum, you cannot enter into royal marriages and may not declare war on anyone. See, this is, because I'm talking about declaring war as my next action, I'm not. And we're next to play. So, I was talking about declaring war in some of the realms in Westphalia. So, I think you're not going to... But I suppose it's good to know, that if it wasn't for that, I think I could have held on. Sorry, I maybe wasn't showing you that. There's the royal marriages, but I cannot declare war. A player around there's no ruler at phase 3. Yeah, we don't want to get to that. Yeah, but that's... I didn't want to get to phase 3, and I didn't want to get to where I'm counting up my monarch power and only getting one of each because I'm in the interregnum. But in between there and then, I was fine. So where... Point, advisor, leader, minor action. Right, hang on. Yeah, and this is about on page 13. We've been over this as well, so I don't know why I'm... Point new ruler. If you currently have no ruler, and this is we could take the appoint advisor / leader minor action. So this is a minor action, doesn't count as your main action. And it's also got the wee hand, it's a reaction, so you can pretty much do it whenever, I think. So if you currently have no ruler, if the ruler is named interregnum, you may take a leader from your hand, appoint them as your new ruler for free. So it still says for free. Appointing a new ruler may be performed as reaction if the current ruler is discarded without any replacement. Yeah, so it doesn't cost me anything to do that. So I could just appoint Marguerite here for no cost. Or I could appoint Robert, and it doesn't cost me. It doesn't cost me this military power. This is only if I want to use him as a general. But while he's my ruler, I want to say he can be my general if I choose, and that doesn't cost me either. I think it's only if I want to appoint him as a general, not part of my ruler sort of thing. So, yeah. Yeah, so however, Grant, you're in that state now. If you do want to carry on with what you were planning, and go to war in Westphalia, because it's my action now, right now. So, well, you know what I could do? I do need to pause. That's about 20 minutes in, so I'm just going to pause just now, and I'll come back to my turn, and I'll decide then if I'm going to appoint my ruler or not. because I could do with looking over. Yeah, this is going to help me complete my mission though. But ideas up there. Remember, you've got the revolution idea. Let's have a look at the ideas that are on show. Oh, you know what? I could take a wee photo of them. Yeah, I might do that. Just I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm just going to pause and I'll be back in a wee bit. Okay, cheers. Hi all. Right, back to continue this part 53, isn't it? I think so. I think it's 53. Whatever I said at the beginning, anyway. Yeah, so I've been away for a bit there, but I was looking over a few things. I took a couple of pictures and what's going on up here, and a few things caught my eye. One of which, that the blue one, suppress revolts. I think there's a good chance I might have done that one. Because it says, during phase 3 step I, have no unrest. And I think that's possible, but without going back looking, and the thing is, yeah, I'm not sure if the fact that I missed that, we can sort of go back and take it or not. I want to say that it's probably okay to do that, but and remember, it says that if both players, if other players, if there's a tie or something down the bottom, I can't quite read it. It's quite a range there. I'm sure you can see it on the camera, on the recording anyway. But remember, it's just bots that we were playing with, and they pick the they pick the milestones differently. You know, you can see that Austria, obviously, but Austria and Denmark have the top and the bottom one, respectively. So, I need to watch for that. Phase 3, so that's... What did it say? Phase 3, step I. Yeah, it's when you're rolling for rebel dice. I get the feeling that I maybe could have scored that one, which is a bit of a shame. So I'll try and keep an eye on that. Yeah, I don't feel like I can go and try and... Yeah, we'll just look out for it come the next turn. Come the next time that phase comes up. Right, and then other things I thought about, well, I thought, let's have a look at the ideas, because remember, we do have, although this is one of the guys I was talking about, Robert there, who could be ruler or general, we have this revolutionary idea, search an idea for a bit cheaper. I mean, it's one cheaper, but you use use two administrative power and then 2 of what the other power is. Now it requires a stability of 0 or more as well, which is kind of important. Yeah, that is important. Damn. Right, I might have to do that first then. Anyway, the ideas that came to mind were, I think this one, which increases stability, it costs you 1 less. The instant effect is you may remove 1 unrest, however. So we're not going to benefit from that at the moment as well. Okay. But I quite like the idea of that one. And the other one that I had my eye on was efficient spies, maybe, which is the spy network one. Now, there's a spy network card right at the top of the discard pile, actually. So let us bring one of these back from the discard pile into my hand. Tell you what else, look at that guy. I mean, even as a ruler, for instance. So there are some things that you could consider as well, bringing the card back for that purpose, maybe. But anyway, all actions on this, which is kind of wasteful. If you get the main benefits top, but all actions on the spy network card cost 1 diplomatic power less. So yeah, see, they're all 2, so they would all become just 1 to play. So that's quite an interesting one as well. Now the military ones are not any good to us because we've got them all. We've got this guy. Quest for a New World, I don't think we need. Another 2, this vault looks okay. I'm not really sure what to do that. It's regarding religion stuff, isn't it? Tolerance looks a pretty good one as well. However, I don't see myself. I'm trying to keep away from unrest, so I think they're the two. Now, out of the two, clearly this would cost me, playing with the idea card, that would cost me 4 administrative power, of which I have 6. However, this would cost me 2 administrative and 2 diplomatic, of which I only have 2 diplomatic. So this one seems a more easier one to get hold of. Yeah. And the reason I'm saying I might have to do this first, because it says it requires a stability of 0 or more. And then that brings me on to my next thought, which we did look at these events before. So I was looking at events again, and in particular looking at my own event. And I think I mentioned that I thought it was kind of rubbish before, but I mean, it's not really. I mean, it's got bad things, but I mean, option B is a bit of a nothing, I think, anyway. But option A, establish secular duchy, Prussia and Brandenburg become Protestant. Okay, so that would happen. I mean, again, I'm not fully sure on the whole situation about the religion stuff. So that's a big thing to start with. Brandenburg may adopt Protestantism, right? It may adopt. Why is it? I'm not quite sure why it's saying this here. Is this something else you've got? Is this a choice? I mean, you may adopt Protestant. Well, it's saying may, so yeah, it is. But the first part says Prussia and Brandenburg become Protestant. And then Brandenburg may adopt Protestantism. So is there a difference between being Protestant and having Protestantism? I'm not sure. Anyway, so it says I may adopt that to gain ducats equal to their base tax times 2. Right, let's just pause there. Base tax, now we looked at this before. Base tax clearly is just base tax and not the vassal tax, which is unfortunate because that would be an extra 3 for me. But base tax alone, my base tax is 10. So times 2, that's 20 ducats we would get. We would gain 4 influence or a claim in Prussia. Well, I don't think that's any good. Actually, I'm forgetting we've got vassals in Prussia. So we've got 2 influence and Denmark have 2 influence. So there's only space for 1 influence. Or we could put the claim in there. I don't see the benefit to having a claim. Maybe adding the 1 other influence would be good. Because then we'd have more than Denmark, I suppose. So yeah. But here's the downside. So the downside is lose 1 stability, which is what I was talking about there. That would then not allow us to play that revolutionary idea card. But the thing is, if we take that idea, this allows us to put our stability back up easier, cheaper. So we'd obviously have to do that before taking the card. And then finally, we'd have to lose 3 influence from Catholic areas. So my guess is that's our choice. So, and plus this card's going to give us 2 ducats. So I think we should be trying to play that. Now, when we play that, it does mean we're going to have to assign this as a ruler. It is a triangle. You'll note there's a square going to get hit and a plus going to get hit. Yeah, we're going to lose our military advisor, aren't we? And the plus is going to hit our administrative advisor. But, yeah, another thing is Margrave is a plus as well. So we kind of need this event to go away as well. And the square... Yeah, no, what I mean is I kind of want that to go away before I consider... Because... if I take this event, I've got to assign this as my leader. Now, I don't think there's anything to stop me after that, then assigning this as my leader and replacing it with this. Oh, there is that, Grant. Maybe there is. Actually, I think I'm lying there. I don't think I can just change my ruler like that. It says leaders as rulers. During an interregnum, you may appoint a leader to rule your realm. Tuck its card underneath your player mat's ruler slot. Appoint a leader as ruler. Cost nothing. Rulers stay in their positions until they die, unless replaced by an event. So, yeah, I can't just replace this ruler then. Damn, that is annoying. I think maybe I did think that, and that's why I didn't want to pick that. Now, I know when somebody else plays this event, I get the choice if I want to do this as my ruler, but I don't have to take it. But it's a good event. I mean, 20 ducats. I mean, we'd be rich. But we'd be Protestant as well, and all that. So we need to change our ways, wouldn't we? Mind you, I think that's coming. If you look at this card here, plays Protestant tokens in 2 Catholic areas in HRE. No, where's the other bit? Yeah, here. All HRE areas with diverse faiths turn Protestant. So that's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 diverse faith tokens on the map just now that are in the HRE. They're all going to turn Protestant as well. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's right. We just read this recently, didn't we? Appoint new ruler. If you currently have no ruler, or if the ruler is named interregnum, you may take a leader from your hand and appoint them as your new ruler for free. Appointing a new ruler may be performed as reaction if the current ruler is discarded without any replacement. Appointing a new ruler may be performed as a reaction. Yeah. So we've got to either have no ruler. We've got to have no ruler to be able to do that. So yeah, and if we take the event, we've got to. Dear. Right. Okay. Well, the one good thing is that the ruler's a triangle, and his name. Well, I'm saying he's not going to. We maybe kind of want him to take hits. We maybe want him to not last very long, so we can replace him with somebody else. But right. Well, okay. Well, whatever. If I do that, I mean, the other events weren't. There's nothing terribly appealing. This one, all players lose 1 stability. I think we want to take the idea action then first, because I might still take this. What I might do with him is make sure we use him as our general and force wounds upon him maybe, or give him more risk, so that we can get rid of him. It definitely seems clear that we can't just change a ruler willy-nilly like that, which is kind of what I thought you could do, but there you go. Okay, so it's my turn, isn't it? It was my turn, wasn't it? Denmark had resolved their event at long last. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to play revolutionary ideas. Yes, I am. So I'm going to spend two administrative power. I've got 4 of that left. And then I'm going to research an idea at the cost of just 2 monarch power of the matching type. Well, the one I'm going to do is, I'll just bring it down. I've already looked at. I'm going to do the church attendance duty, and nobody's got this tagged already. So it's we're going to remove the unrest. Well, it's just going to go to waste, isn't it? Well, if it's not there, you don't have to have unrest to be able to. I mean, it would be nice to benefit from getting that. No, I mean, I'm starting to think now that if I went into a war, but remember, part of the other reason I'm doing this is I don't have a ruler at the moment, so I can't declare war. So this whole thing about where's Westphalia? There. You know, I'm going to go into there and start taking some towns, and they will end up being an unrest, but which would have been nice because I'm possibly going to take 3 on. We'd get 3 towns in unrest. The claim would remove 2 of them, and this could have removed the 3rd one. But yeah, because to be able to declare war first, I need to have a ruler. And if I take that ruler, I'm going to lose 1 stability. Yeah. I mean, or unless I install the Marguerite, but then she's only going to be there for a wee while. Okay, no, I'm going to stick with what I'm doing, and we'll just have to waste the fact that the remove 1 unrest isn't going to do anything. So increased stability costs. It costs me 1 less. It applies to both the basic action and all card actions. Remember, we came across a card action there. In fact, it's on top. This one. So if we had that in play, that increased stability would cost us 2. You can see it's asterisk there to say what? Oh yeah, it's underneath, Grant. Adjust action cost by current stability. Well, yeah, because the stability increase gets adjusted by itself depending on where you are in the stability track, doesn't it? But this still would reduce it by 1, you know? And my take on that was that would reduce that 3 to a 2. And then it would also be adjusted depending on where it was. And if we straight up use the action, which costs what, 5 stability, isn't it? 5, power. To take the action to do it. If I'm on 0 right now, it would cost me 5 to move it from there to +1. Well, with this in play, it's going to cost me 4. Right? And then once I get to there, it would actually cost me 6, but it would get reduced to 5 because of this card. I think that's how that works. And then it goes the other way if you go down the way. Yeah, we'll not go into that. Right, let's just do this then. Okay, so I'm going to research that. The instant effect's going to go to waste, but I need to remember that I've got that. So we tag that, and however we do get 2 prestige points as well. So up to 17 with our tag. We've taken a lot of ideas on though. There's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ideas. You'd have thought there might have been some missions out there that maybe benefited you from doing that. Right, and then, hold on, yeah, we forgot. We're going to score an extra point as well, because score 1 extra if this idea has not been researched by any opponent, which it hadn't. So that 17 is going to become 18. It's pretty good. Austria are only on 28. We're only 10 behind them. And yeah, and the requirement for that was to be at stability of 0 or more. And our stability is at 0. So that's our card done. And that's our turn done. So yeah, I mean, I think that was the best way to do it, really. Because I want to move in and start attacking in Westphalia. So I'm going to have to take the event next, though, I'm not, to get my ruler to be able to then declare war. Okay, well, depends what Austria do. They might take it. Well, yeah, actually, the meta went for the event. They do have 4 bot power left, though, and they're still classed as being at war, aren't they? So they are just going to draw a card, I think. Well, that's where we're at now, isn't it, Grant? Yeah, that is Austria's turn. So 4 bot power. They're not under attack. Not under attack by enemies and rebels. The army is on the map, but they can't siege. No. Yeah, and their spent bot power is greater than what they've got left. However, they are at war and they've got 4 bot power left, so they are going to draw a card because they've got more cards left. So, yes, they draw a card. People cure a spy. They are at war, however, so it's going to be the spy action. We'll spend 2 bot power. I've only got 2 left now, so If it stays that way, they're going to take the event next turn, which is fine because we're going to take our event, I think. So, and they're going to discard a diplomatic card. Getting the old traditions. And they're going to do the spy action. Okay. So spy action says, at war with any opponent. Yes, select such opponent. They're only at war with one opponent, so we don't need to be deciding that. Opponent has 3+ unrest. Their opponent's Denmark. Denmark has no unrest. So that's a no. So they're going to do a covert action. They're going to add 2 unrest to the opponent's towns and then end the turn. Right, and then because this is them doing this, they're going to pick the large towns first. And then they'll go alphabetically. So that is a G, that is an L, and that is a K. So the G and the capital K. Yeah. All right. Yes. I just need to remember that one's an unrest. Maybe just put it at the side there, or I might miss it. I think I almost missed it before with that. That's it, isn't it? That's our turnover. Right, back to Denmark, who are probably going to pass, actually, aren't they? Denmark. Well, they are at war, but then I don't think they can defend anyway. They're not under attack, so they've got 1 bot power left. They're not under attack. Their army's not on the map. No, their spend is greater than what they've got left. They are at war, but they've not got enough bot power. They've picked the event already, so they are going to pass and gain 2 bot power. So they're first to pass. However, they were first player the last time, so they're going to become second. Well, actually, they might become third, depending on who passes next. They gain 2 ball power though for that. Okay. That's them passed. So over to us again, and yeah, well, yeah, I think you've got to plod on and do what you said you were going to do, and just take this event. Okay, so pretty sure I'm taking this event. So let's get this over and have a look at it and see what's what. And then with that, we're going to put 2 ducats on to the other 2. No, hang on, you get the 2 ducats first, Grant. Right, so I gain the 2 ducats on that card. And then I need 4 more, don't I? Not that it's really relevant, because the bot is just going to take one of the cards and gain the... Is it 1 bot power or 2 bot power? I think it's just 1 actually with that one. Okay. Okay, so here's the event we're taking. I'm not quite sure why it words it the way it does here, but maybe there's a reason for it that I'm just not seeing. Many a time I read things in a way that everybody else reads differently. Oh no, sorry. I read things differently from everybody else, should I say. Right, secularization of Prussia. Yeah, okay, something like that. So we're going to do option A. Establish secular duchy. Prussia and Brandenburg become Protestant. And then it says, maybe that's just the title of the card, the sort of title of the event. That they become Protestant. Brandenburg may adopt Protestantism. And if you look up Protestantism in the rules, it just tells you Protestantism as being Protestant, which is what you would expect. I mean, that's what I've thought, but why it says they become Protestant there and then they may adopt it there is what was thrown there, and it might just be that this is the title of the sort of event. So we're going to do that. So Prussia and Brandenburg are going to become Protestant, right? Let's come back to that. So what that then means, I think, is we need some Protestant markers, don't we? The blue ones. So we need 2 of these. And it's counter-reformed that are on the back of these. Now, I'm still not 100% sure about the effects of this. Protestant is an infectious faith, okay? So it's going to spread. Now, are we going to be when we do this? Are we going to be? What's the thing that we're not going to be the same as our. I mean, what's happening right now is we were Catholic, and now we're Protestant, and so are. Well, it's not going to be easy to squeeze it in here because that's the marker there, isn't it? Right, hang on, I'll put the M2 in there. We'll put the A2 beside. And then an our Protestant marker in there. Okay, that's in Prussia. Right, and then what's the step that checks the faith? Religious descent. Page 9. Yeah. You know what that is? You know what that's going to be? Any of our areas are now that are not Protestant. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. So now I really want to change Pomerania to Protestant, don't I? Or I'm going to suffer. That's the thing, isn't it? Because our state religion is now Protestant, isn't it? I think. Religious descent. Players who have religious descent, a religion other than their state religion, in any of their areas. Well, hold on then. Yeah, hang on. Players who have religious descent, which is a religion other than their state religion. Yeah, and my state. Oh, in fact, hang on. Should this not be changed here? Is it not here that this should be changed? I think so. So does that mean the Brandenburg area doesn't get marked? This means surely the area itself gets marked. I'm not sure here now. Brandenburg may adopt Protestantism. Prussia and Brandenburg become Protestant. I think that feels like it's right. The markers should go up there. I mean, does that change our state religion or? Oh, can I get that out of there? It does just stay state religion. I can't get it out. Okay. Anyway, so players who have religious descent, which is a religion other than state religion, in any of their areas must add unrest to one of their towns in each affected areas. Players who have vassals in any areas with a religion other than a state religion must in one affected area either remove one influence or add one unrest to one of their vassals there. So, well, these are going to be okay. Our vassals are going to be Protestant as well, so that's going to be okay. However, you can see our vassals in here and our town in here, because this is oh no, that's diverse face. What is this? Is this just Catholic? Who knows? I'm guessing it is, but it must be here somewhere. No. Right, where's the marker for that then? Are we sitting on top of it, maybe? I think we might be. Yeah, it's Catholic, yeah. So they're in trouble as well, unless we can convert them. So in actual fact, you're going into this, Grant, and you kind of want to convert them to Well, hold on here, though. This spread, because... Oh, no, not from this event, we're not. Well, we are going to have run one event that's going to spread the Protestantism. So do I get a choice to it spreading into there? Or how does that get picked? Who picks it? That's going to be the next thing. Well, you kind of need to know these things, Grant. So hang on, I'll have a look at that in a second. So has my state religion turned to Protestant? Yeah, maybe that's what that's meaning. Yeah. That's what that's meaning, isn't it? It's meaning that Prussia and Brandenburg become Protestant. We put Protestant markers in their areas. Brandenburg may adopt Protestantism. So turn my state religion. I would just wish it said the word state religion there. So I think our state religion now becomes Protestant. You're going to just go out and take that one on, Grant? Or... right, hang on. Here's state religion, page 38, 15.2. All realms have a state religion which at the start of the game is defined by the scenario setup or realm player aid. A player realm state religion sets limits on certain actions such as royal marriages and gaining cardinals in the papal curia. I'm pretty sure, yeah, well it does. It says that marker on your player mat, it says state religion, so that's what's marked. We had that marked as Catholic, but I think that's got to change then. Player realms may convert state religion from Catholic to Protestant, or the opposite from age 2 onwards by taking the changed state religion basic action. State religion may also change the result of an event, which is what we're getting, or a result of the forced conversion peace term. Emperors and vassal realms adopt the new religion of their capital area if it changes, but papal states always remain Catholic. Okay, so yeah, that's my take on that. So I think we're going to mark our state religion now as Protestant. Okay. So now, what I want to double check is the little, when it spreads, because, well, ideally I want Pomerania and, what was the other one? Is it Saxony? Yeah. I want Pomerania and Saxony to convert to Protestant as well. And we might be able to get that from the spread thing. Yeah, well, we went through this recently, didn't we? The spread of religious ideas. It says in the bot side of things. Remember, this is going to be the bot that we use auto resolution. So, but the bot has also some conditions too. Spread the faces face, alternate between Protestant and counterform, starting with Protestant into adjacent areas. Preference goes to areas with at least one town, then to areas with provinces of the highest total tax value. Well, I'm pretty sure Pomerania is going to get hit with that. And actually, there's a chance that Saxony will as well. Because we've got a town in Saxony as well. Now hang on though, it's only going to spread to one of them, Grant, because that's they don't call it a chain. What is it? Cluster. There's only going to be one cluster, so one of them's not. It's just if we look at how the bot will deal with the spread, use all the resolution rules, except you spread your own state religion first if applicable. Well, if the only bot that can be doing this is Austria. They're going to be Catholic though, so they can't spread. That doesn't spread, right? So then prefer options that would not cause religious dissent for Austria. So putting Protestantism in Pomerania or Saxony would not cause them problems, so that's good. And 3, prefer options that would remove religious dissent. No, I can't see an option for them there. So I think it's going to revert back to page 41 now, sorry. And the resolution rules here. So, with at least one town, okay, then areas with provinces of the highest total tax value, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think that might be 5. Oh, how can that not be 5 up there though, Grant? There's only 4 in there. Yeah, Pomerania only has 4. tax value, and Saxony, I think it's got 5. Or has it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn it. It's just all a bit cluttered in here. Well, actually, I think that's only got 4 as well. Yeah, so where are we? So they've got at least one time, both of them. Then they've got total tax value 4. Break ties in alphabetical order by area name. So you'd have Pomerania and Saxony. So it would be Pomerania. So I think Pomerania is going to take the Protestant thing there. So I might be wanting to... Oh, no, I can't. I can't change the religion of their... Well, I can change the religion of Pomerania, though, because I think you need to control, you need to own all provinces. I don't own all provinces in Saxony. Hell, I'm saying I don't. They're the 3 vassals in an ownership, and I'm thinking that vassal doesn't mean own, does it? Or does it? I'm still not quite sure of that one about what vassals are, to be honest. Well, yeah, I've read them many a time, and it doesn't say, it's a sort of in between, isn't it? Is it not? Oh god, I'm away down a different rabbit hole now. I'll have a clue where I am shortly. Yeah, just checking it. Vassals do not count as part of the overlord's realm, nor are they considered to be NPRs. As such, vassal realms are a separate category of realm. So, I don't know. I wish it was worded owner. Well, hang on. You've been here before as well. Ownership, own. If you look up that bit at the beginning, it talks about own. That's right. Right at the beginning of the book. Own. When the rules refer to ownership, they mean provinces where you have a town and where there is no vassal, rebel, or enemy town or occupied token on the same province. So that tells you, yeah. So vassal doesn't mean ownership. So what I'm meaning by all that is, I think I can change the religion of Pomerania because we own it all. I cannot change the religion of Saxony because although I own one and the rest are vassalised, that's the downside. So hang on, changing the religion, it's convert, isn't it? Excuse me. Convert area, it's 2 administrative power though, which we've still got a bunch of, and 3 ducats, which we're just about to have a bunch of. That's page 14. You may convert the religion of a given area to state religion if you own every province in the area, governed by its religion slot, or if you own at least one of these provinces and all the remaining ones are owned by realms of the same state religion as yours. Yeah, well, that wouldn't apply because it's Catholic in there, and I don't know who these are owned by, to be honest. But it's appropriate religion token on the area's religion slot, or remove the current token to reveal the printed symbol. Add 1 unrest to one of your infected towns. Oh, I'm going to add unrest. But you needed to do this in order, Grant, because you're going to lose stability shortly, so just... Add 1 unrest to one of your affected towns and roll rebel dice for all of your unrest in the affected areas. Okay, so I'd be adding 1 unrest to Pomerania, rolling a rebel dice for it. And it cost me 2 administration. Yeah, that's the one that the bot benefits things from. Yeah. It costs us a lot, and then we've got to also take unrest, and the bot he gains prestige or something for doing it. It seems a crazy one, but well, when I say crazy, obviously you guys have worked out that seems fair. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, well I can do that though. I can do that. Right. So we know what we maybe need to do, because we don't want all that religious dissent kicking in and whatever. So, and if we're moving into Protestantism, we're as well getting our other stuff that way. Okay, so we've done that. We're going to gain ducats equal to their base tax times 2, right? My base tax is 10. And like I just pointed out there, that I've got 6 and 4 is 10, and that is base tax. Whereas our vassal tax here, it says vassal tax. So I'm assuming that's a separate thing. So I've not got 13, although my tax income's 13, my base tax is only 10. However, 2 times 10 is 20. I'm not going to mess with the 10s, they're a bit clunky. So I'm going to take 4 5s, that's 20. I'm loaded. Well, maybe you should pay some of the loans back, Grant. Well, there's no rush. We'll pay them back before we get to the end of the round. And who knows, we might be doing more with our army anyway, so... okay, so that was one of the good parts. And then, not really that relevant. We gain 4 influence or a claim in Prussia. Well, I'm just going to take the influence gain, I think. I don't see the use of having a claim in there. I mean, remember, you can remove a... Oh no, that's going to be Protestant anyway. You can remove a claim to remove unrest, but I'm going to just put the influence in there, but obviously I can only add 1. Be nice if I could add 3 and take the 2 away, but I don't think I can do that, so... Oh, wait a minute. Gain 4 influence. I want to see, I've read something about, and I thought about this before, about the possibility of sometimes... That says gain 4 influence. This is an event. This is not an add influence action. Could it be that I can replace the 2 red cubes with 2 blue cubes? I'm sure there's some people watching right now saying, no, you can't do that, Grant. Maybe there's not, though. Maybe they're saying, yes, Grant, you've got it. You're on it. No, I'm not so sure of that either. Add influence. You may place influence in areas. You may place... See, because we're adding... This is... Yeah, an actual fact. Because this is different. This is gain 4 influence. This isn't add 4 influence. It's gain 4 influence in Prussia. Normally you wouldn't be able to put 4 influence in... I wouldn't be able to add 4 influence to that area. I can only add 2. And then up to a maximum of 5. So I'm wondering if this... I wonder if this does do it differently. Because remember, it's similar to the... We're not carrying out an influence action here. Yes. Remember the one with unrest. We're not carrying out a suppress unrest action. We can remove it. But we're not bound by the restrictions. So again, are we not bound by these restrictions here? We can place 4 in the area. Although I know we can't have more than 5 in the area, so I know that one's got to be stuck by. But can it replace influence already in there? You know what? I don't know where to look though. In the event section, maybe, because this is an event, but events. Right, hang on. Look at this. You were right, Grant. Well, you were lucky, Grant. It's on page 40 and it's the rule 16.3 event guidelines. So gain place influence. So you will have to remember that doing something through an event can be different than what the actual action is. And that's what's happening here. So gain place influence. Remember the instruction says gain 4 influence or a claim in Prussia. If an event says that you gain or are allowed to place a number of influence in certain areas, this means that you can place this influence as long as there is at least one province in the area that is owned by an NPR or by a vassal realm. Right, well, yeah, it's owned by a vassal realm then. We've got vassals in there. If you are unable to place all of this influence due to the 5 per area limit, you may discard opponent influence as required in order to make space for your own influence. How about that? Yeah, and I'm sure as long as there is at least one province in the area that is owned by an NPR or by a vassal realm, but it's got vassal realms in it. That's fine. So even more reason to do the influence option rather than the claim. So we've put one in there already. We're going to take the 2 away, and we're going to add 2 more, up to the maximum of 5. Excellent. Yeah, I did think I'd read something like that, and there you go. It's regarding stuff like that in events, so we need to watch that in future. Right, moving on. So now the bad things. So we're going to lose 1 stability. So unfortunately, this drops down. This is something else that we want to deal with. That's administrative power as well. Ooh, yuck. Well, it's cheaper once it drops down. I want to say it's now 4, but remember we've got the idea, so it's going to be 3. Yeah, we need 2 of them for the other thing though. So, well, change national focus maybe. Yeah, it's getting around to the point again where you want to do so many different things and you run out of time as well, because Austria's going to go for their event next turn, I think. So anyway, we'll lose the stability, and we'll lose 3 influence from Catholic areas. I'm assuming that's our choice. That could be kind of rough as well, actually. Ooh, oh no, I'm going to have to take 1 out of Westphalia. Does that matter though, Grant? You are going to go in and attack there. So, yeah, because this has got diverse faiths. This has got diverse faiths. This is Catholic. This is Catholic. That's only the other 2 places that we have influence. So actually, I'll maybe remove them both from here then, because I don't think I need these. If I declare war, I don't need influence in there if I'm declaring war, do I? Yeah, I think I'm okay. So I'm going to remove 2 of these and 1 of these then. If I realise that I've made a big blunder there, I'll allow myself to put 1 back in there and remove that, right? If for some reason I need it in there. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's fine now as well. I was thinking about the connection to Champagne, but we can still come. Oh no, we can still come through here because we've got a town here now. So Brandenburg into there, into there, into there. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We can still get to Champagne. Okay. Right, so event done. There's nothing to be done down the bottom. Well, apart from the fact that we've got to now appoint Joachim. Is it Joachim maybe? Joachim the second. Oh dear. He's not very good. So in he goes anyway. Yeah, well, that's what it is. Yeah, well, like I say, I mean, maybe when we go into battles, we'll sign him up to be the general. We'll keep hold of Marguerite, because she could be a good replacement come the time when he dies. I can't see him dying before the end of this round, but I don't know, maybe. No, I don't think we're going to have that much time to do that much battling, war stuff. Okay, so that was us taking our event. There's 2 events left. We need to move our guy in, saying we've took our event. And then it'll be back to Austria, but that's me at 1 hour and 9 minutes. So I'm going to stop. Actually, I'm just going to stop and start again, I think, because I'm keen to keep going. We've got a bucket load of money. Oh. Right, okay. I'm going to cut this part here though, but I'm just going to be back shortly. Okay, cheers.